Welcome, friends. We're back to our Northern Italian campaign. Sorry I'm posting this so late. I actually traveled today. If you've been following my channel for a while, you know I live in Florida. So I was actually traveling on the worst possible day because of Hurricane Ian coming in. So for all my fellow Floridians, even though I'm really a New Yorker, but I live down here. Also, all my friends in the other southern states on the coast, stay safe, stay inside. Let's get through this. It'll be fine. I know hurricanes are scary, but we're gonna get through this. Also, another thing I want to bring up. So again, for those of you that follow me, you know one of my inspirations behind this channel was vlogging through history, the vlogging through history channel. He does great work, and he's a really, really smart guy. He's actually the reason I got into this. I've been noticing some people have been very rude to him. And again, I really don't know him that well, so he didn't ask me to do this. No one asked me to do this. But as a community, I would hope we're all being appropriate with one another. We're not being rude. Again, vlogging is a really great guy. You know, him, Mr. Beast, and History Underground. They're all great guys. There's no reason to come after them or be rude. What I'm discussing, vlogging has put up on his Instagram, so it's not really my place to explain. But if we are willing to interact, which, for again, those of you that follow my channel, you know I am happy to always interact and have a conversation. We just ask you to be polite about it. You know, history is a very nuanced thing. There's all different perspectives. I'm right here at my desk. I have a book called The Passing of the Armies and Manassas to Appomattox. One is a memoir from Joshua Chamberlain, a Union soldier, and the other is from James Longstreet, a Confederate soldier. So history is all about perspectives and everything. You know, the answer is usually in the middle. But there's no reason to ever think your side's right and the other side's wrong. It's much more nuanced than that. So I just wanted to get that discussed before we continue this video. Just because, again, vlogging is the reason I'm doing this. He gave me the courage to start my own channel. I really owe a lot to him personally, just because he is the one that encouraged me to do this, because he is such a great guy. I just ask we all be respectful and don't attack people. It's not called for. This community has always been very good. You know, of course, I've had some people myself who've come after me because they didn't like the way I explained something, which, again, you're free to your opinions and you're free to disagree with me. But again, it's just about being respectful. So with that said, thanks for joining us. If you're new to the channel, love to have a subscription. Usually I have actual original content. Today we're going to be doing our Northern Italian campaign, simply because I was prepping my home all day for the hurricane and, checking on my colleagues and friends in the area to see if they wanted to come over just to, like, stay safe. But, so we're going to do this for tonight. Just quick little game. So last time what happened was I took Coney and I defeated the Austrians here in Liguria, but when I was marching to Turin, I engaged a giant Sardinian army right here in Torino. So right now my biggest concern is this Austrian army here, and we're still trying to get our economy back up, because as of right now we're not in the best shape. So what we're going to do, I pulled the army back as we remember. They're going to refuel here. Hopefully take them on. If I'm lucky, I can just besiege Turin. And yeah, that's where we're at right now. Let's speed this up. Oh, don't be that guy. Oh, interesting. That I did not see coming. Now that concerns me, though, because they could send that army south. Am I recruiting more guys? No, okay. Huh. That was weird. This is the only thing I don't like about Napoleon, like where it's compared to Empire. Like Empire, the replenishment is so much quicker, but it also makes more sense there because like that's the way it was in Rome. Oh, there they are. All right, so we're gonna pull out Turin. I mean Coney, Grand Army. We'll leave these guys with Napoleon just because I would rather have something, even though I know I'm gonna win. I'd rather have something. Oh, a lot of German Fusiliers. Also wearing a Irish pea cap right now because it's cold. Interesting though. Let's do this. See, this is what I like so far about this. I always like fighting in Italy because it's always good terrain. But they have some good terrain right there too. But I think I'll put my cavalry over there and come down their flank. Let me just make sure. Oh, there's a higher ranking general on their side. That's unfortunate. Let's see. Where is there? Okay. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get them. Let's take this half. Deploy them here. Do I have grape shot? Oh, beautiful. Yeah, it's gonna work out well. We'll take this half, deploy them in these woods. Get the jump on them. Soulier, gonna hide up in these trees. Let's get these cavalry here. Actually, let's get this cavalry here. Okay. I like to do this. This is like a cone to draw them in. Where's all their artillery, though? I want to knock out their guns before they can actually do damage to me. Alright, here we go. And if you guys like the mods, just tell me and I'll download more. You know, I personally enjoy the Great War mod. I know a lot of people don't. I think it's good. I think it's, all things considered, pretty good. But again, I don't hold the authority on that. But if you guys want to see me playing other mods, I'll definitely download them. You know, especially just saying, House of the Dragon's going on right now. If you guys wanted me to do some total Game of Thrones stuff, I wouldn't be opposed, even though this is a history channel. Game of Thrones is kind of history, though. It's based on a lot of stuff. It's based on the War of the Roses and the Targaryen Civil. I wonder what the Dance of the Dragons is based on. I feel like it's based on something, right? I'm gonna go crazy until I know what's based on. I'm not gonna spoil it for the show for anyone, just so you know, if you're watching this and you haven't seen the show yet. But it is good, and I think everyone should start watching it. Woof. See, I don't get why they're called the greens if their emblem's gold. That doesn't like make sense. Whatever. Pretty sweet pictures though. Oh my god, can they just hit? I would rather not have to risk it. My guys. There's a lot of German infantry. I also like how everyone's like, oh my god, I wonder what happens next in the House of the Dragon. Like, if you watch Game of Thrones, you know exactly what's going to happen. Like, it's just me. I don't know. Alright, historical. No, I don't want the history from him. Interesting. So the Dance of the Dragons is actually based on something we discussed in one of our most recent videos. When discussing... Oh, I never finished it. That's right. So it's based on a period called the Anarchy. So what the Anarchy was following the death of King Henry I. He died with no heirs. So what happened was this giant civil war broke out between like all the different nobility. You know, this is back when they were the Norman kings, and yeah, it was just this really. It literally is what it is. It's the anarchy. They fought over who would be king. They fought over literally everything, and at the end, it kind of just ended up for the best. You know, we wouldn't have the England say we have without it, but yeah, it's actually a very interesting. I might do a video on that. It's actually a very interesting subject, the anarchy, and it definitely does not get enough like. There's a lot of subjects. You know, I just did a video on King Albert the First of Belgium, and I feel like he's another one that there is definitely not enough. Like, people need to stop making these remakes and start making movies about like people like King Albert. He was the king of Belgium during World War One, and he literally fought in the trenches with his men. Which, you know, you can't say that about the King of England or the Kaiser of Germany. Like, the Tsar tried to do that, but, you know, if you know anything about Tsar Nicholas II, you know, he wasn't exactly a soldier's man. All right. You know, I did tell everyone once to never get cocky in a game, and I might have gotten a little cocky here. Why aren't they fighting? Oh, that's why. Let's see how we do. Oh my god, that was... Yeah, this is not the... Oh, interesting. They're sending their... How's he under fire? From who? Come up on their flank. You can take a little pressure off us here. Where's their general? Oh no. Actually, have more guys here from me. Do they have a cannon? If they have a cannon, knock it out. But if they don't have a cannon. Alright, so this is going in our favor now. See, this is the only thing that stinks is we just have so much land to cover. Let me get you to safety. I really can't risk you losing you. I don't want to have to buy another general. Oh, these are Landwehr. Wow. Oh, that's not good. Let's get these German Fusiliers flanking then. I mean, well, let's flank these German Fusiliers. All right. No, stay at them. Yeah, see, I love a good high ground. If I can knock out a good portion of their general staff, that'd be great. Did I get anyone? Oh my god, I got one guy. Stupid. That also makes sense why they didn't try to, like, protect themselves. Because in this, Landwehr can't make 4 squares. Which is kind of stupid, to be honest. Like, what, you don't think militia could make a simple square? Let's see how we're doing, though. My only problem doing this is I'm afraid they're going to run out of ammo. Let's have you guys march. You guys just did a really good charge. Oh, that's a lot of dead. Did I get all of them? How many's left? 62 of 500. Oh my god. That's horrible. That's a lot of guys. Honestly, this is going to be the key by breaking them. Because if I can break them, I can just sweep in with the cavalry and break the rest of them. In all seriousness. How's my ammo doing? Alright, everyone looks like they're doing fine. Where are you going? I know you're in range of them. I want them to, like, charge me. Let's do some Pelennor Field stuff right here. Yeah, I'm really worried because the storm was supposed to hit an hour ago, but it still, like, hasn't. And I don't get why. But again, it might just be missing where I live, so it's kind of weird. Whatever. I'm not losing sleep over. Well, I probably will soon, but not yet. I'm not losing sleep about it just yet. There we go. All right, let's get you guys out of there. All right, let's clean this up. I gotta say, my friend Bree, like, when I put this first video up, she was, like, super mean about it. She's like, oh, honey, I'm not watching that. I'm like, first of all, rude. Second of all, I don't want you to watch it then. She now watches it, and she's like, wow, thanks for calling me out, Tim. What are you doing? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this thing? Why are you doing the things you're doing? Let's bring you guys down now on their flank. So that little bottlenecking move I like to do. Oh. See, it's funny because this is actually how the Army of Italy was. The Army of Italy, or the Army of the Interior, as it was originally called, they weren't really supposed to be getting these wins. Like I said earlier in the first video we did, the Army of Italy was honestly a diversionary army. They were supposed to be used to pull the Austrian forces away from the main French armies. But what ended up happening was they just, because the whole point was, I'll explain it again. So the whole point of the Army of Italy was pretty much to scare Austria, because the Holy Roman Empire at the time, because if the French were able to get troops outside Vienna, then pretty much the war was over, because then your capital is falling. But what ended up happening was they wanted to go the northern route. They wanted to go through the German states of the Holy Roman Empire. But what ended up happening was Napoleon had literally steamrolled over all those armies. So he ended up steamrolling over all of them. So what ended up is he went from being the diversion to being the actual attack. He very often also, like, he spoke his own myth kind of thing. It was, oh yeah, well, I did this. Very similar to Caesar in that perspective, that they both fell in love with their own mythos. Oh, you stupid. So annoying. Yeah, so that was what really happened. And honestly, when it comes to someone like Napoleon or Caesar, they weren't entirely wrong, like, talking the way they were about themselves. Like, only a fool would sit there and say their armies weren't these powerhouses that they were, because they really were. They were steamrolling over these other armies, and it was crazy because they really were not, I guess, supposed to. They were just these simple little ragtag forces that were sent to scare Austria. Oh, here we go. Don't do it. Oh, you. How many? Oh wow, what a shock. You can tell I'm getting annoyed because I'll just go finish them off myself. Another thing in Napoleon, I probably did explain this in the first one too. Good way of morale. I mean, to like oh, I knew they were gonna do that. Wait, what? A good way to I don't know how to say this. A good way to replenish your units is by the use of why not? A good way to replenish your units is simply by having them in towns, cities, capitals, things like that, just because then you're by the civilian populations. That's one of the first things Napoleon started doing different than the other total wars, is it actually made it like a real war. Like, you know, you need, like, you can scrounge up troops if you really need to, but if you really, like, if you want to build your army up, then you have to go to the cities. So I'm still reading this House of the Dragon one. This is gonna be bad. You know what? Honestly, it won't be that bad because if I can just encourage them to come after me, I think we can do good. But that's gonna be the trick, honestly, is getting them to come after us. Which will not be easy. How's Napoleon look, by the way? Does he look like young Napoleon or does he look like fat old Napoleon? Ah, he is young Napoleon. Ooh, Mr. Dastardly over here. Alright. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to encourage them to come at us in this valley. If we can do that, we might be able to win. My thing about like fights like this is it's all about limiting their force. If I can cut their troops down, I can win. But it's all about cutting them down. If I can't cut them down, then I'm in trouble. Let's see what they're doing. Are they actually attacking or are they just reforming? Let's knock out their guns. Honestly, if I can knock out those cannons, I would be golden because the cannons are the biggest problem here. Oh no. Well, I told you folks, you're probably going to see me get extremely cocky. Yeah, because they're right under the ridge like my guys are. Did we hit anything? Lord. Like I said, I'm probably gonna do these live from now on, just so I can like be talking to you all while I'm doing it. But like as for right now, I'm just because of the way today was going with. Oh, there we go. Between the weather, between like flying back down here, I gotta tell you, most horrifying flight of my entire life. I am a Catholic, but I have never prayed as hard in my life as I did coming into Florida. I like I told my family, I made a lot of promises that I am going to have to keep. It was scary though, you know, for those of you that like Lion King and stuff. I was telling my friends, I was like, it looked like the Shadowlands, because when we were coming into the airport, I looked south, and you look south, and it's all just the darkness in the air and everything. I was like, this looks like the Shadowlands from Lion King. I feel like I'm paying way too much attention to this, but oh, that's Dragoons. That's fine. They'll just run into them. Perfect. So dumb. Just die. Because again, if I can just hold them out here, I can win. I can't tell who's who. Are they even hitting me? Oh, okay. So they're getting to know my tactics because they're going around for a flanking maneuver. Well, we're gonna hold these woods as our anchor. Honestly, you know what, guys? Comment if any of you are vlogging fans, because I see how he plays sometimes, because he does like a separate channel just for gaming, which I think is cool. I just don't do it that much as him. I do have a game called Battle of Empires 1917 or 1914. It's one of the two. I'd love to show you guys that one. That might be our next one. I'm still trying to get to know Fire Maneuver. The campaign is fascinating to me. So I'm just trying to get a general understanding. Oh, they're hitting their own guys. That makes more sense. Mm-hmm. Let's start hitting these guys. How did I not hit a single person there? Oh, the Dragoons came back here? Wimps. Oh. Well, yep. Some people in my neighborhood have, like, legitimately fled, and I'm kind of just like, dude, it's not, like, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm being too laxed about it. Like, my neighbor came up to me today, and he's like, hey, you know, are you staying? And I'm like, yeah. And he looked at me, and he was like, oh, really? And I'm like, yeah, man, I lived in New York during Hurricane Sandy. Like, I kept telling my mom, I'm like, I sound like Churchill from The Crown with the smog. I was like, it's weather. It comes and it goes. Like, of course, it's not just weather, and I'm not trying to make light on any tragedy that's about to happen. But I was like, you know, there's not really anything you can do about it. It's gonna happen either way or not. It's just weather. Sadly, you know, Mother Nature isn't always she's not always a fair temptress, so to speak. We just gotta deal with that, sadly. Alright, I think I'm gonna do a few more volleys right here, and then I'm gonna start having them hit other positions in the line. There's no reason for me to come down from my hill. Aim at them. If I can knock out their general, that'd be good. How many cavalry do they have? Oh, they have 120. Well, they had 120. Your boy did his work with them. I do want to start watching Game of Thrones though. Now that I'm thinking about it, you know, it is one of those shows that you really can appreciate because of the politics and everything. There's not a lot of like fictional things that get like the politics of the world right. And I would say Game of Thrones and even Star Wars, like, you know, the Star Wars memes where it's like, you know, I had to downsize like the love story because we had to discuss the trade bills and deals and everything. So I always thought that was funny, but it really, like, those are the two Like that's the only thing I really am not. And I love Lord of the Rings. Don't get me wrong. Lord of the Rings is one of my favorite series. The Hobbit. I'm of the opinion The Hobbit was great. I just wish it had a little more of like the politics. Oh, this isn't gonna be good. Oh no. Let's turn you. Start hitting them. Luckily, you're on a rise. Let's get these guys to around them. Like that's what you. That's I feel like that in a series like that you in like in a series that is so like military, because a lot of people really don't realize how like hand in hand politics and the military do really go. And yeah, some things are really good. Yeah, this was a bad idea. Can I stop them before they leave? Please. Ugh, that's unfortunate. Where are my reinforcements coming in from, though? Oh, thank heaven. It's 500 men. Oh, no. I made a boo-boo. These guys are artillerymen? No, these are the guys. Wow, these guys are shooting good. What's happening? Did they already break? Oh my gosh, I was like, are you kidding me? See, this is my problem with armies that only have like one specific unit in it. Like the only reason I have a lot of like the Fusiliers of the Line and National Guard and stuff is because that's what they give you. But if I had it my way, I would have much more. But this is only what I'm working with because I have pretty much an economy I need to balance with my military. Why are you already scared? We're gonna bring you out. Gonna fire into their flanks. Gonna make it real easy. No, you keep running. Those guys look like. I like the green. I don't know why I like the green. The green looks good. Oh no. Oh no. Come on. There we go. All right. I hope this is epic. See, if I can break them there, that'd be very good. Oh my gosh, I've never been this stressed. Oh, thank heavens. Why are they getting into a square? Don't get into a square. Don't do that. There we go. Alright. Knock those out. Shatter them. Payback time. Now you're all in big trouble. That's... I literally just grabbed my mic thinking it was a cop. Oh, here comes the rain. Made my own little angle here. I like that. Aww. Oh, Colin. God. Oh, that was beautiful. That was a nice, solid volley into them. Alright, I need to get these guys out of here because they're getting shot by these Fusiliers. I try not to curse. But when I'm getting nervous, I curse. It's just the New Yorker and me coming out. But I will not do it. I will not do it, friends. I'll be good. Even though I'm angry. Alright, let's see. Are they shooting at these guys? Oh, that was nice. See, would it be too bold after this to march on Turin? Because I will have broken most of their army at that point. I don't want to be too ambitious, but it's a lot of dead Sardinians. Maybe if their general wasn't still alive. Start firing at these cannons again. Oh God, please don't let them get a volley off. There we go. That's the thing. I don't want to kill all of them. I just want to kill enough of them. If you know what I mean. Just enough to make sure that they're not going to be able to reform quicker enough to take me on again. This was well done, though, guys. This was... Again, I might have gone... Oh, no! Now they can use a reserve. That's not good. Those guys didn't show up yet? You're the slowest cavalry I've ever seen. Alright. Again, considering my army is like... Oh, no. That's not good. That's a good idea. Considering my army is like not that big. 317. I can't leave them there. I was about to say, that better be a great battle. Battle of Coney. Oh, this is not good. Where are all these Austrian armies coming from? It's kind of insane. That's also insane. I need more money. You guys go here. Oh, I can't. Damn it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh, my God. really not that many guys. Sorry, folks. We're pretty much like trapped here. I really wish we weren't. Oh no. Oh no. This is exactly where I fought the Sardinians. That's gonna be unfortunate. Here, we're gonna set you guys up here. Make them come after us. That's so unfortunate. Oh, that's not good. And I go back to don't get cocky, friends. Because then you get put in a situation that you have to fight the enemy on the same field you whooped another enemy. That's really unfortunate course of action. Oh no. I left Napoleon in the in the freaking battlefield. Oh, that could have been bad. All right, let me see. Interesting. They're actually taking my bait. Well, that's definitely into my advantage. So what we'll do, because honestly, my biggest problem is their artillery. If I'm able to ward off their artillery with my artillery, we're golden. Feels like Zulu. Why I'm setting all these guys up. No, that's not what I wanted. Alright. Hit the wrong button. I should have done the Prussian campaign. This would have been so much quicker and better. But I do want to show history, and the Prussian campaign I would have ran would not have been the same as Frederick Wilhelm's. Could move them here. God be with us. Lordy. Alrighty. So the reason I really did this is so I could do this. I don't like being able to not deploy my guys how I want them to. And I'll probably take a break after this until our next one. I'm sorry again, folks, that we're still stuck here. They are really throwing so many guys at me. They firing? They're hearing drugs if they think I'm coming forward. I'm not coming forward. Are they literally like regiment hopping? It looks like they're regiment hopping. I'm here for it. I'm gonna wake up into a hurricane. It's gonna be horrible. I also slept at dinner. Oh my gosh, Ivan hasn't even hit the coast. It's only hitting Key West now. That's unfortunate. By the time you guys are probably watching this, it's probably gonna have already hit me, but come on. This is why I usually like knock out their artillery early, because then it gives them really no option except to attack me. But we'll see. Start firing and see if we can overshoot. If we can overshoot and kill some of their guys, maybe they'll come forward. That's embarrassing. As long as those aren't chasseurs, I should be fine. Those are the dragoons. Oh, the Ulans. All right, all right. I see you. And there's dragoons behind them. Okay. All right, does that work? That can work. All right. Get this video up soon too, because I will not break my promise on having a new episode every day. And now that I'm going to be home all day tomorrow, it's not even going to be a problem to do my last few videos on the Army of Northern Virginia. Yes, I will be finishing it. I apologize that it's taken me this long. It's just been between the Queen, between, you know, everything happening. I sincerely just did not have the time. You know, the Army of Northern Virginia is always going to be in our history, so it's always, I can always do it at a future date. The Queen dying was literally living history in front of us, so I wanted to make sure I gave that the time and respect that it deserved. As these guys are getting massacred now. Did they even get hit by them? Oh, they did, yeah. Okay. This is gonna be close. Get out of there. Oh my god, this is what I hate about this, is they stay in these units. Disengage, disengage. I'm gonna be confident in a second. All right, here we go. Here we go. Oh, that's sad. I thought they'd be stupid enough. Oh, they might be. Where are my sharpshooters? Oh, there we go. That's one way of handling things. Let's keep the gunfire hot on them for a second. All right, let me see. Yeah, that was a bad idea. It wasn't a bad idea. Actually, it served its purpose. One hundred and 21 guys down to 51. Oh, that's not good. That's worse than my numbers. Oh, that was a painful one. This is the problem. They don't want to engage me with infantry because they know how it's been going for them. So they're trying to use their artillery and cavalry against me. Am I even in range of these guys? I thought they moved up a little bit. I guess they didn't. Oh, their artillery's... Okay, let's bring them back then. Let me see if I can overshoot. I wonder if I could get their dragoons to chase me. There's no way they're in range of those guns. I don't believe it. All right. You know, friends, actually, what we're going to do, we're going to put a hold to this. I will literally just leave it like this until tomorrow, and we'll finish it tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining us. Please like, share, and comment if you're a returning friend. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe.